Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journal and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another bonus plan with me and this time I'm in my 7x9 and I am going to try and do an old style, no white space plan with me. I have quite an old kit from Strawberry Lime Designs here to try and help me with that because it does have a bit more washy. Like, this has not been her format for ages and it's on removable mat, so this is back when I still bought removable mat. So yeah, I bought this kit to match the Peaches kit, it's just Simply Gilda's kit. But yeah, so that's what we're working with. I'm going to be pre-planning this week that I'm currently in, which is the week of the 1st of February. That's there. And yeah, so without any further ado, I'm going to speed up, pass over to voiceover, and yeah, get on with it. And yeah, as I say, old style, no white space, plan with me style. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so whilst I am planning, we are back with Shochin as well and doing some of the questions that you asked him. And these were just questions for him, so I'm going to be reading the question and letting him answer. So, the first one is planning. Do you get it?
No.
Expand.
So, the closest thing to planning that I ever do is, well, I've got a journal, which is a lecture, few lines a day thing.
Lunchtime, just...
Okay. And I just write a few lines, literally a few lines a day, as like what Tilly would call a memory journal.
Yeah.
And then if I've got like a lot of things to keep track of, I'll just have a to-do list. And the way I usually do that is I either WhatsApp that to myself, because I have myself as a conversation on WhatsApp and it's great. Or I keep a Google's Keep list and I just check things off. So I don't really understand the planning thing.
You've literally just described like bullet journaling, just saying.
Yeah, but I use a
a digital planner.
Yeah, what's the problem with that?
It's called digital planning.
Alright, if that's what you call it.
But you don't get the sticker usage.
No.
Do you watch Tilly's videos?
I watch the lives, but not the videos.
I mean, to be fair, you used to be there in the room when I filmed them, and now you're there when I edit them generally. So.
Yeah.
Are you ever tempted to shout something random in the lives?
No, not really. I try not to interrupt. I bring tea every so often.
He's a good egg. How's being a GP going?
It's weird. It's very weird. You're on the phone all the time and you're not actually seeing patients face to face. Very, very weird, if I'm honest with you. Very busy as well.
Favourite three things about Tilly?
Only 3.
I like this question, thanks Becca.
Now you put me on the spot here.
Yep.
I think Tilly's always trying her best to do the right thing. She's very logical, more logical than me. And something about kindness towards other people. Tilly's just always very just kind to other people. And she's always putting other people before herself.
I'm grinning slightly awkwardly now for the audio.
Okay.
Moving on. Fave 3 things in Tilly's shop.
Pardon?
Favourite 3 things in my shop.
Foiled hexagons.
Good choice.
My favourite colour is... I forgot the iridescent one.
Holographic.
Holographic.
Silver hollow.
What other things? Date dots are cool. I like them, but they take a long time to cut.
It takes such a long time to cut.
Such a long time to cut.
It's like half an hour on the silhouette, at least. Yeah. What's your 5-year life plan? Getting deep here.
Get married, pay more off on the mortgage, settle down, do some decorating, have some kids.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing.
Become a GP.
That's also something. I'd probably be working as a salaried at that time, but I'd be looking towards partnership.
Slaton. This says, what do you enjoy the most about planning? But we've kind of covered that you don't. Well, you do plan, but not in your own way.
I plan, but not in my own way.
Not in your own way?
No. Not in the way that Tilly does.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy most about that?
About Tilly's way of planning, or...
Whatever you want. Interpret the question however you want, my darling.
in terms of planning the way Tilly does, it's probably the whole community aspect of it. The fact that basically most of her friends are planners. Tilly's grinning. And what do I like about planning? It's just a good way of like organising your thoughts and reflecting back on what you were like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that sort of thing.
What hobbies do you have?
I brew beer. I'm very technically minded, so I'm usually doing something like changing the valves in the house. What else do? I do reading. I'm reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold at the moment.
What's that about?
So it's about this coffee shop in Japan, and you can go back in time, but you can only go back in time in the coffee shop, so you can't leave the coffee shop, and you can only go back for as long as your coffee is still warm, hence the name, Before the Coffee Goes Cold. And the book follows people who go back in time for various reasons, either to see different parts of their relationship, or see people who have died, or see people who had Alzheimer's and have Alzheimer's now, and seeing what they were like in the past. So it's an interesting read.
You also like some video games. What's your favourite video game at the moment?
A favourite video game at the moment? At the moment I'm playing The Witcher 3 on PlayStation 4. I think my all-time favourite video game would either be Transistor. You can get that on PC, Mac and PlayStation. But I'd probably say my favourite PlayStation game is Horizon Zero Dawn.
What's your favourite food?
Like, favourite food ever?
Yeah.
Wonton soup, probably.
You love a dumpling.
I do love a good dumpling. There's just something about dumplings, they're magical. I'm following Dumpling Shack on Instagram. They post good photos of dumplings. I'm following it for the photos of dumplings.
I mean, why not? When did you know you were in love?
I don't know. It just like kindled, didn't it? And just our love just grew stronger and stronger. I think
you've known it a lot longer than I did.
I mean, yes. I think a specific moment where it kind of hit home was when I moved into Tilly's house / Tilly's parents' house. And what they did was they redecorated her brother's bedroom and turned that into a living room for us to have a bit of space for ourselves.
To give some context to that, the room was full of stuff. Like, who knows what that stuff was, but it was full of stuff when we started that project.
Yeah, it was full of stuff.
I hope you knew you were in love before that point.
Oh yeah, I knew that I was in love with you before that, but that's just a specific point that I'm remembering.
What's your favourite thing about Tilly?
The fact that she's just kind to everyone and she tries her best for everyone.
Hints on purchasing a ring during lockdown.
Hints on purchasing
a ring.
Yeah.
During lockdown. Hints.
Oh.
Advice how to go about buying a ring.
Oh,
Engagement ring.
I see. So the first thing you need to decide really are the metals, what metal you want, and the stones that you want. So I went for platinum, mostly because it's pretty much the most noble metal and it won't tarnish with time. Went for diamonds because that's a done thing, and Tilly and I had a conversation about stones in the past, and we said it's the done thing to go for diamonds. And then we basically just I looked online quite a bit, but that wasn't really helpful for me at all. Maybe to decide what sort of style you want to go for, whether you want to go for solitaire, whether you want to go for a trilogy, which is what Tilly's got at the moment.
It's literally going over
Mate,
my head.
you look at it every day.
I don't know anything about it other than it's platinum and diamond and yellow diamond.
It's a trilogy.
Okay.
And whether you want a more traditional design or whether you want a more modern design, and then you just gotta look in person. I think you just gotta go out to the shops and wear your mask and look in person
When they're open.
when they're open.
Managed to buy it in the period where everything was open.
Yes, that's true.
And the last two questions are somewhat controversial. One to the planner community and one to you. Which one do you want first?
Go for to me first.
Who's your favourite kitten?
I can't have one. I can't have a favourite kitten. That's like asking me to have a favourite child. I'm not going to answer that question.
I know he has one though.
I don't have a favourite kitten.
He does.
I do. But I don't.
And then the one that's controversial in the planner community, blue or black ink?
Blue.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, for writing down. Oh, like for actually writing stuff.
Well, in the planner community, it's for writing in your planner.
Right. I'm going to throw in a curveball. Green.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say this. So she likes to use like random coloured inks that are super, super dark. So if you glance at them, they look like they're black ink, but they're not. And that's like my least favourite sort of ink. So it's always amusing. I'm like, why not just use black? Like I want my black ink as black as it comes.
So at work, we're meant to write in only black ink. But I don't like that as a rule. So I use back in my old job, I used Cult Pens /Diamine Deep Dark Green, which when you look at it looks exactly like black if you glance at it, but if you look closer, it is actually deep dark green. So that was me like breaking the rules and being a bad boy with my ink choice.
Literally the most rebel either of us are.
It wasn't black, but no one could ever find out, basically.
Whereas I'm like, I want my black. So most black fountain pen ink annoys me because it's not black, it's grey. So I want my black ink as black as it comes, and that's how I choose my pens, generally. Cool. So that was it for the questions for Soch. I will pass back to Tilly finishing off the spread now, and we will be back with another one of these next week. Okay, so here we have the finished spread. I actually quite like it. I decided to do the like colour block thing, and I just off camera changed some of my sidebar, though I may have actually sped up. I was doing this and then my camera died and I changed these during it, but I've probably sped it up in the other bit of the video, so never mind, ignore what I'm saying. I did the classic thing of only using the kit and like pulling in the actual icons from the kit. Remember when people used to do that? Were you planning when this was people's planning style? It's so weird looking back on it. I never planned like this because I was in the planning community when this was going on, but I was in a bullet journal. So yeah, let me know down below what you think and if you've ever planned like this. I quite like how it came out, though there's no space for anything. Like, you have to write everything in your checklists because there's no space to write anything else. And I've left my dinner header little thing all the way through. So yeah, my idea is to write my one thing I do for self-care every day on the sidebar. And that's it for this video. Comment, like down below, let me know whether you've ever planned like this or if you'd ever try planning like this. And thank you for watching, hope to see you next time. Bye!